At Oxford College of Business, we offer world-class business qualifications awarded by some of the best universities in the world. That's because all we do, all we are, is business education.
Mr. President, my government was pleased to welcome the three-member delegation of the working group, particularly as the visit took place after 16 long years. It was also 10 months after a new president was elected in January 2015 and 3 months since parliamentary elections and a new unity government jointly established by the two main political parties of the country for the first time in our history. It provided an opportunity to better address issues of priority that include reconciliation, strengthening democracy, good governance, human rights, and inclusive, equitable, and sustainable development. The working group was provided unhindered and unrestricted access to all places that it sought to visit. We are pleased that in its report, the working group has appreciated the openness and cooperative disposition of the officials. Following the unedited version of the working group's report, Sri Lanka provided comments on 29th April, and we appreciate that the comments by the government have been published as an addendum to the report and also circulated as an official document to this council session. Mr. President, as stated in the report, the working group, the government has embarked on a comprehensive public policy based on a participatory framework with the objective of ensuring the right to truth, justice, reparations, and guarantees of non-recurrence. In this regard, the government has already undertaken concrete legislative and policy measures to translate its promises to the people of Sri Lanka into action, even amidst many challenges being posed by certain extreme elements who attempt to pose obstacles to the government's sincere efforts at ensuring that the rights of all people are promoted and protected and recurrence of violations that happened in the past are prevented. Some of the important steps taken since the visit of the working group include the 25th May ratification of the Convention on Enforced Disappearances, on 11th August, Parliament passing without a vote legislation to establish an independent office on missing persons, on 25th August, the Parliament approving the bill to amend the Registration of Deaths Temporary Provisions Act 19 of 2010 for the issuance of certificates of absence. The Office of Missing Persons is just one of the truth-seeking mechanisms set up by statute. A truth-seeking commission, a reparations office, and a judicial mechanism are also proposed to be established by statute. The task force that is conducting island-wide consultations regarding the mechanisms to be established is expected to hand over its report to government in mid-October, after which the process of designing the mechanisms outlined will take place. Matters related to the envisaged reconciliation mechanisms is being coordinated by the Secretariat for Coordinating the Reconciliation Mechanisms set up by the Cabinet of Ministers under the Office of the Prime Minister. In all these processes, the government is working closely and in consultation with the UN system and the OHCHR as well as other international experts. We are also working closely with the ICRC, especially in the technicalities of the establishment of the office, the training and capacity building requirements, as well as obtaining expertise and sharing experiences of other countries that have similar mechanisms. The Right to Information Act approved by Parliament on 24th June, the review of the Witness and Victim Protection Act with assistance from the UN, the formulation of new counterterrorism legislation which would see the eventual repeal of the PTA, where we are obtaining the assistance of the UN Counterterrorism Executive Directorate, and the Constitution Amendment process that is currently underway are strong and firm steps towards ensuring non-recurrence of disappearances and ensuring justice. Additionally, an interministerial committee co-chaired by 4 ministers has been set up to draft a National Human Rights Action Plan for 2017-2021. Following the standard invitation extended last year to UN thematic special procedure mandate holders to visit Sri Lanka, several have already undertaken visits and a few others are visiting in the coming weeks and months. Sri Lanka's periodic reports have also been reviewed over the past month by the committees on CERD and CMW, while reviews to the Committee on CEDAW will be coming up shortly. As you are aware, the High Commissioner for Human Rights and the UN Secretary General visited Sri Lanka this year. The government of Sri Lanka takes this opportunity to acknowledge the invaluable assistance it receives through the Peace Building Fund and for all assistance and goodwill for the international community in the transitional justice process, good governance and resettlement and durable solutions. In conclusion, while constructive engagement with the special procedures and the UN system as a whole has already benefited Sri Lanka significantly,
Thank you very much.
we look
I now
forward.
give the floor to the distinguished representative of Turkey.